All right. So today we are looking at this military smartwatch. This was a watch that was sent to me for review, and I'm a watch person. I've worn a watch all my life. I especially love that watches now have fitness trackers that can keep track of your heart rate and keep your steps and have a stopwatch and everything else. But this has even more than that. First, you want to see that it has this huge display. It's almost 2 inches. It's 1.75 inches, which is really great if you don't see very well or if you just like to have more information on your screen. I do love that it shows what percent the battery is at there in the middle. It also shows how many steps you've taken that day. It's showing your heart rate, calories burned, things like that. It has the date. It has the temperature, which is really cool. And the way it can have all that information is it syncs via Bluetooth to your phone. Now, that Bluetooth is important because not only can it show you information like the weather, but you can use the app to see how well you slept last night. So it will keep track of your sleep. You can use the app to analyze your steps and your heart rate and things like that. And to keep track of different fitness activities. And so the app really has a lot of things, but there's more. The other thing, and a reason a lot of people are gonna want this watch, is through the Bluetooth connectivity, you can actually make phone calls right from your watch. All right, so to make phone calls, you simply turn it on. I'm already on the phone, but you can just hit the button there, click on the phone, dial, and send. Once it's going, you can hear it.
Hello.
Hey, just wanted to show the people how you can talk on your phone through your watch. So say hi to the peoples. So that's it. I'm gonna hang up on you now. Bye. Now, of course, you have to have your phone nearby in order to do that because that's what the Bluetooth is syncing with. So why would that matter? Well, for me, it matters like when I go running and I put the watch in my pocket and it's zipped so it won't fall out. If my wife calls me while I'm out on the trail, I can answer right from my watch and have a conversation with her, hang up. I can even make calls right from my watch if I need her, if there's an emergency or something like that. And so that is a really, really cool feature that you can call without having to pull out your phone. So I'm thinking, while this is great for me, this would also be good for like elderly parents that you're worried about, where it gives them quick access to a phone. And it also has the big monitor display, so it's easier to read. So I really think that this is going to do really well with the elderly, but it's also great for someone who cares about their sleep, who cares about their fitness, and all those other features. Now, my kids also used this and they enjoyed it because of the big screen, but it looked a little silly on my younger children because it was so big. Now, I wanted to know how accurate the fitness tracker was, the heart rate, the sleep monitor, and so I tested it against my GPS enabled watch. And what I found was the accuracy, once you put your height and your weight in on the app, the first time I ran it, it wasn't very accurate, but I didn't have the right measurements in. Once I adjusted that, it was really, really close to what GPS said. So as far as distance, keeping track of how far you're going on a hike, things like that, it's pretty accurate. I'd say within 2 or 3%. The heart rate monitor tracked about the same as my GPS watch. The sleep was not as accurate. It had a harder time identifying exactly when I fell asleep and exactly when I woke up. And the data for light versus deep sleep was different from my GPS enabled watch. Now, I don't know which one's accurate. I just know that they're different. And so there was a discrepancy there when it comes to sleep. I love the battery life on this. I've been using it for 2 weeks on a single charge, and it is at 40%. So it's mostly been on standby. I haven't been using it heavily, but I know that it's supposed to give you 40 days of active use, or 4 days of active use, and up to 2 weeks on standby. So if you're just using it to check the time, it's going to last for quite a long time. Pretty cool watch. There were some things that I loved about it, some things not so much. Oh, I should say the other thing is when it's synced via Bluetooth, you have to disable it, or all things coming through your phone will go through your watch. And so if you are watching YouTube on your phone, it's going to go through the speaker on your watch unless you disable that or disconnect. So that was kind of a pain. I didn't love that. I also didn't love that when I was sleeping at night and I flipped it, the light would light up. And I'm pretty sure there's a way to disable that, but I haven't figured that out yet. So those are the things I didn't love so much, but everything else was really cool. Overall, this is a pretty solid watch.